Hey, welcome to the podcast. This is podcast number 6, and it is Wednesday. So, you know what? We're going to actually talk about consistency and actually filling your pipeline. Also, it's going to have a very big regard to confidence because confidence has a lot to do with what people actually do. And believe it or not, that's the key thing that keeps people from being successful. So if you're having a business and you have that lack of confidence to get out there, which don't get me wrong, you need to buck up and just go out and do it. But whatever it is you're trying to do. But I want you to also understand, as blunt as that might be, you're not alone out there. Many people out there are not confident in their skills. They're not confident in their outreach. They're afraid of being rejected. They're afraid of getting somebody pissed off or thinking that they're a schmuck or something of the sort. They don't like that image. But you need to also understand when somebody gets back to you negatively after you've already outreached to them, they're not going to remember you after tomorrow. They're not going to even remember your name or anything like that. So get out there and just perform. Now, that being said, now we got that off the chest. The topic I want to talk about with consistency and filling your pipeline is just get out there and fill it up. And how are you going to do that? You're asking. You're probably wondering that's why I'm here. I'm trying to figure out how to do these things. Well, you know what? If you sit there and do nothing, you're not going to get anything done to begin with. If you don't know what you're doing and you sit there and do something, you're going to eventually figure it out. It's going to be a little bit of a road and a little bit of bumps here and there. You might scratch and bang yourself up, but hey, you'll figure it out. Now, what you do today, don't get all dragged down if you don't get any results from today, okay? Because what you do today affects tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. What you do for an entire week affects your following week or maybe even 3 weeks down the road. One thing I've noticed from a personal experience, when I took a week off because I had a great week coming at me from the prior week or something, I got a lot of sales or whatever it was, and I decided, hey, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm gonna take a week off because I've done that before. I let myself fall into that. Well, guess what happened? Probably it wasn't even immediately. I still had continued sales coming through, but probably about a month later, I had a dry spell for like a week to 2 weeks. I did not know why. I was like, there's nothing coming in. I'm not closing on anybody right now. I'm talking to prospects, but like, what the hell? And then I thought back and I remembered there was that one week I didn't do. Because what happens when you're doing a sales process, your process doesn't always, unless you're selling a really low ticket package item, your process you typically don't close on right away. There's a system to it. There's a process that it goes through for each close, and it can take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks to close. So clearly, if you're not setting anything up for an entire week and you have that kind of system in place, it's going to affect you a month later. And it might not just affect 1 week, it might affect 2 weeks like it did for me. So go out there, go online, wherever your clients are, wherever your ideal audience is, whether it's Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, email, even cold calling, because yes, cold calling is still alive. I don't recommend doing it to start off with. I recommend warming yourself up to somebody first, then give them a call. But find where they are, start messaging people. Don't be salesy, be friendly, start a conversation, actually look at their pages, get to know them. Spend your days doing this anytime you have free time. Nobody likes to do this part. Well, I'm not going to say nobody. There are some people who actually really like to prospect. Me personally, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Is it a requirement? Yes. So I do it. Um, and, you can eventually get to the point where you have somebody do it for you. But that being said, there's also, even if you can't afford to do it, like I could easily put somebody out there and do it for me. But then there's that and this is not the best mindset to have. There's that mindset behind you, like, I got to do it myself. I got to see what's going on. Um, I like to be hands on so I can understand exactly what's going on with um, the people I'm talking to, what kind of reactions I'm getting, especially when I'm going out to a new audience because I've put something else out there that's brand new. And so I want to see how exactly it's working. And if I'm not experiencing it myself, I can't see what's working and what's not working. I can have a VA tell me, I can have somebody under me tell me, sure, I can, whatever. But ultimately I won't know what the results are. So go out there, start messaging people, start talking to people, start striking up conversations. Even if you're scared, even if you're nervous, just generate something like, Hey Barry, how you doing today? I noticed you're part of the digital marketing group that I'm part of, whatever that group may be. I just wanted to drop in and say hi. That's it. Simple as that. Connect with them, request them, leave it at that. And do that over and over. Now, what I recommend doing first, though, before you send these messages out, before you do anything, whether it's on LinkedIn or Facebook, Instagram, you really doesn't really matter to be honest. But on those other two platforms, get them connected first, then send them the message. Because if they're not going to connect with you, there's no point in sending them. You're wasting your time. So connect with them first. If you have any sort of way to send a connection message, like on LinkedIn, send a friendly conversation like, "Hey Barry, saw you're into digital marketing. I am too. So just wanted to drop in and say, hey, see how things are going, and let's connect." Something simple, something friendly. It's not salesy whatsoever. Just send it. Once they accept it, start a communication. So again, so if you're feeling down in the dumps, just get up and get working. There are times I don't feel like doing anything. I'll have a great day, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll be like, you know what? I've had a great time up to here today. I've had 3 sales. We're doing this. We're doing that. Tomorrow I have some more closes coming in. Take a little break the rest of the day. We're good. Like, no, don't let that come in, because what you allow as a habit to come in is going to start building as a habit. Continue your work even when you're tired. No work is not good. Some work is better than no work. Great work is obviously fantastic. But now, with that being said, if you're feeling like you're just not getting anything done, you just been slaving away, totally different story, because there is something called burnout. And you're going to get to that point where you're just like, no matter what you do, you just can't focus. If that's the case, step away from the computer for a little bit, go take a breather, 30 minutes to an hour, go do something, enjoy yourself, come back, ready to work. Hopefully this was helpful. We're going to go over some more topics to come. Prospecting specifically, closing specifically, sales tactics, things like that, and message sequence. Um, but first and foremost, it is mindset. I can give you all the tools in the world, and it won't matter. If you're not going to get up and do anything, it's not going to matter. I'm part of a group, and there's a lot of people in there that are doing great, and there's some people that they're not getting any results, and it's not because it's not working. It's just because they're not doing anything. So don't be one of those people that just doesn't do anything. If you do something, you're going to see something. Like that group, it's something brand new I'm trying out. Never done it before. Just decided, hey, I'm going to broaden my learning activity over here. And so I'm following their process. I'm not even trying, and there's things coming through the gate. There's a lot of appointments getting set up, and I barely have time to dedicate to this thing, but it's something I've been interested in the past. And I was like, hey, I got a little bit of time in. I have some stuff I can invest in this. Let's go ahead and let's move forward and try this thing out. So, yeah, it's a little project of mine. We'll see how it goes. And that's the other thing. Don't get emotionally attached. That's the problem. And I realize that because I don't get emotionally attached to a lot of things. And there's a lot of people who, right before sending a message, they'll sit there and just think about it. Oh, what if they said something back that's not good? Oh, they look like they're doing great. What if they make fun of me or make fun of my profile, or call me a loser or something? Like, who cares? Just send it. Just that's what when they say don't get emotionally attached to the sale, that's part of what they mean. From the point A of prospecting to the point B of closing the sale, do not get emotionally attached. Send your word out there. Send what you can do, and connect with people. So hopefully that was helpful. I have a few accounts you can find me on. You can find me at on YouTube. Like I said, I'll be posting some videos up. That's going to be another project in the future. There aren't. I don't even think there are any up right now, but there are going to be some up eventually, where I'll walk you through some things. Also Facebook, and that's facebook.com/ the Jonathan Myers, JONATHANMEYERS. And there's also my LinkedIn account, which is LinkedIn, whatever the URL is for all that, Jonathan, JONATHAN Myers, MEYERS HTC. Just connect with that. Follow me. I have some videos on there for sure. I usually post videos on there more than YouTube, honestly. But yeah, so connect with me on there. I do have a Twitter handle. I don't get on it that much. I do have an Instagram. Don't get on it that much. I post occasionally. If you want to drop a line there, cool. Don't be surprised if you don't hear from me. I'm not trying to be rude. Just don't want you to waste your time. Those other two platforms are the best way to find me. Other than that, everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.